I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big Time Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports fan from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And I gotta say, I am still here for all of the smurfing pettiness that the Green Bay Packers and their fans have afforded us. I realize that this is day 3 after the Bears beat the Green Bay Woodpeckers, the Green Bay Fudge Packers. But, I mean, it is still coming out. I am still finding new stuff. It just absolutely amazes me with all of the GIFs, all of the the Instagrams, all of the TikTok videos that I've seen over the course of the last 3 days or so, 2.5 days since the Chicago Bears beat the Green Bay Packers. And it tickles the cockles of my heart. That is for damn sure. And if you want to get in on some of the pettiness that I'm going to be talking about, please feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Or if you want, you can see my lovely face here at youtube.com at WRMN Radio. That's youtube.com at WRMN Radio. And do I have the text line? No, I don't have the text line. I should probably know the text line, but I don't know the text line. That's all right. That's all right. I might wash your car someday. That's all right. Oh, sorry. Flashback to a Bring It On segment, the movie Bring It On. But what I am talking about now is is the fact that sorry, watching some of the stuff here on the tube of views, but or actually text message that I just got in. But anyway, any hoodie, and that, man, just absolutely totally sent me off the rail here right now. But where was I? Oh yeah, the pettiness and the fandom of the Green Bay Packers, the Green Bay Woodpeckers, the Green Bay Fudge Packers, the cheese turds up north, if you will. I don't understand how people could get, I mean, I do, but I don't. But let me explain. I don't understand how people could get so upset that they destroy their own televisions and personal possessions and smashing their phones. And I mean, I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong, because I'm absolutely laughing my ass off, considering the fact that they're so high and mighty in the first 3 quarters of that Bears game, right? Where they are whooping, and there's no other way of saying it other than the fact that the Green Bay Packers are absolutely whooping the Chicago Bears. So much so that I had to turn the game off after the 3rd quarter. And even on yesterday's Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM, I was still in a haze over their victory, and that was Monday. Like, I just... So there was that aspect of things. But it's, I mean, seeing them turn on a dime, getting their fandom all out there for everyone to see, and now for us Chicago Bears fans to go on TikTok, to go on Facebook, to go on Instagram, to go on Snapchat, to go on whatever format that you are on. And man, talk about crashing out. Literally, not just figuratively. You know, the literal aspect of fans of Green Bay punching televisions, ripping them off of the wall, tossing their $1,500 Apple phones or their Samsungs, or just, actually, I saw one dude break it in half. Great goodness. But let me say this. I kind of understand, because make no mistake about it, I was pissed off watching the Chicago Bears game. So much so that I might have actually done that. Put my fist through a wall. Put my fist into an LED television. Or you know, flung my phone across the room and break a window. Or I don't even know. It's just, but thank you. Thank you, Green Bay Packers fans, Green Bay Woodpeckers fans, Green Bay Fudge Packer fans, for the countless hours, because you go down that rabbit hole. You are scrolling through just one after the other. And the next thing you know, it's 2 or 3 hours later, and it's 4 a.m, and you realize that you need to get up in like 2 or 3 hours. For myself, I don't know about y'all, but that's kind of like what happened a couple days or so ago, when yet some more fireworks in my neighborhood woke me up at 1 a.m. yet again. I get it after the Bears' victory. Don't get me wrong. I get it. You're celebrating. It's awesome. But you jackwagons out there shooting off fireworks at 1 in the GD morning. Have some common courtesy. Have some common sense. Maybe maybe there's like some libations involved. Maybe you're still celebrating. Hey, you got like some stuff left over from New Year's or the 4th of July and you didn't quite get your rockets off then. But my goodness, come on. Have some compassion for your neighbors, because that's being a bad neighbor right there. But thank you to the petty nature of the Green Bay Packers fans and the absolute utter delight of you guys tickling the cockles of my heartstrings and heart, because I woke up the next day while I was still in a haze, still wondering whether or not the Chicago Bears did actually pull it out. It still made me in a much better mood. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm sure a whole heaping helping of Chicago Bears fans appreciated that as well. Because let me tell you, this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The Chicago Bears can lose this next game, and I'm not saying that they're going to, but they can lose this next game coming up against the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday, which, by the way, you could hear on these very airwaves. Game starts at 5:30 Eastern. Pre-game show will be going on at 3:30 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Game starts at 5:30 Central. Post-game show to be heard as well. So hopefully it's going to be another ecstatic, another Bears, hopefully not a heart attack victory, because I don't know about you guys and gals out there watching it. I'm starting to get up there in age, but I know there are a lot older fans out there as well. I'm not sure if we could frickin' take any more of this. We can certainly take the come from behind victory for certain, but getting up to that point, I don't know how much more I can take. But after this little mini break coming up, I'm going to talk about a little bit more pettiness in regards to some Green Bay fudge packers, woodpeckers, cheese turds, fans, or actually players, not fans. On the other side of this break, you are currently listening to Big Top Sports on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, back in a moment or three.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcasts. Be a part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. That's... Oh, he's still going. Any hootie, that's all right. I like playing around with the toys that I have at hand. I am not so far gone and so delusional that I'm going to break a television or a $1,500 smartphone or any of that stuff. But God bless those Packers fans for absolutely bringing joy in my Chicago Bears fandom. And speaking of bringing a little bit of joy into my Chicago Bears fandom, after the game after the game on, what was it? Saturday, or in this article by Liam McKeon from SI.com/NFL/Packers. Well, Javon Bullard had some interesting things to say about the game that they played on Saturday, and the fact that they lost, and the fact that, well, the Chicago Bears really didn't do anything to earn that win. What? Okay. Well, according to Bullard, no disrespect to them, but it ain't Smurf. That they did. Bullard told reporters, it's us. We've got to finish. We whooping they butts the whole game. They ain't do Smurf special. We got to finish. We ain't finished last time. We ain't finished this time. That's some Smurf we got to work on within us. And Bullard Javon Bullard continues to go on. Chicago ain't do Smurf special. They ran what they did. They did what they did. They made plays. Okay, cool. But a lot of this stuff is on us, and we got to fix that Smurf. Oh, I don't know about y'all out there, but bring it, baby. Yes, for the first 3 quarters of that game on Saturday, you were, in fact, whooping the Chicago Bears. 21-3 at halftime. I think it was 21-6 by the time that the fourth quarter came around, maybe 21-9. I'm not exactly sure because, well, yeah, I had to go back and watch it and wasn't really too impressed with the field goals, even though they helped win the game for the Chicago Bears. But you telling me and Javon Bullard that it was all on you, that the Bears didn't figure things out, that players, I don't know, just to name a few, the offensive linemen finally started blocking, giving Caleb time. Caleb Williams, oh my good graciousness, that Michael Jordan throw. 2, Colston Loveland, who put up over 130 yards receiving yards. You telling me that the collective Chicago Bears offense, don't forget Devin Duvernay on special teams with that nice return as well, didn't do anything. I suppose you could tell yourself that in the 2 previous games that you faced off against the Chicago Bears, that you guys didn't smurf the bed in the fourth quarter. I don't know. I haven't the slightest idea. Oh, that sucks. Sorry. I was just reading something about one of our faithful WRMN listeners passing away. Wow. And having met him a couple of times, sorry, kind of a little, switch up here. I had absolutely no idea. Sorry to the family of Genius George, a listener here for the WRMN 1410 family. Sorry, quite the screech of a record and everything. Me doing the whole rant and stuff. Wow, I wish I would have known that at the top of the show. So to everyone listening out there, I had the pleasure of talking with Genius George at the WRMN holiday party. This past last year before New Year's kicked over, and it was, how do I say this? He was very gracious and very welcoming, and we had a very lovely conversation about his sports fandom, because he knew that I was the WRMN host for Big Top Sports. And the stories and the yarns that he was telling, and just seeing his face light up when he was talking about the good old days of Wrigley Field and being able to go to the games as a kid and get in there on a buck, because they would open up the gates and all of the neighborhood's kids would get in there. And they would let them in and watch the games. And the reason why that connected me so much with Genius George was the fact that it's kind of like the same story that my dad, my uncle, my cousin, all of whom are unfortunately dearly departed, regaled me with at one point in time. So it's kind of a gut punch when all of a sudden I see it come off, a group thread, group text line like this. So to Genius George's family, I do apologize. I am sorry for your loss, truly. This is Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Illinois is suing the Trump administration over immigration enforcement tactics, calling them unlawful and dangerous. Attorney General Kwame Raoul says federal actions resemble a war zone and have no place near schools, courts, or neighborhoods. Federal child care and welfare funding for Illinois and 4 other states has been unfrozen after a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order. The ruling blocks the Trump administration's move to freeze $10 billion in funding following alleged fraud involving child care providers in Minnesota. A new report ranks Illinois among the worst states to retire in 2026, placing it 9th from the bottom. The Care Scout study compared affordability, quality of life, and health care. Wyoming ranked best overall, while New Jersey finished last. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is nice because you can just keep doing you. So keep on using that broken phone charger because it occasionally works. Keep quoting something you heard on a podcast as your own. Keep ignoring your sister's texts while you drive and after. And when baggage claim says, have a great trip, keep on saying, you too. And keep driving safely. And you could save with Snapshot from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription for 65% off. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Elgin isn't just a city, it's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now 847-741-5660 or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. This afternoon, sunny with a high near 50, temperatures falling to around 45, gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour. Tonight, a slight chance of rain between midnight and 3 a.m., then a slight chance of snow. Mostly cloudy with a low around 25. Currently, it is 45 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. sports, your thrilling ride. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Oh, okay. Just try to get back on track here. So, as the pettiness that is going on with Green Bay Packers fans, the players, and everything, I'm here for it. I am here for it. I understand it. I get it. And it's one of those deals where if I have had to endure it, if you out there had to endure it as Bears fan or any fandom really, especially with a rival team out there, whether it's the St. Louis Sucks Cardinals, the St. Louis Sucks Blues, the Green Bay Woodpeckers, the Green Bay Fudge Packers, the Green Bay Cheese Curds. As fans and as a fandom, we've all experienced this, where you think, or they think, that their particular team, i.e. the Green Bay Packers, are high and mighty, and they can walk on water. And then being down south of Green Bay in the Chicagoland area, and even though they've been whooping our asses, collective asses, for quite some time. Oh, but the worm is slowly turning. The worm has turned. And now it's our turn for a little get back, clap back, take back, give back. And if you would like to talk about that, talk about the pettiness, feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Or, join the conversation on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. That's youtube.com at WRMN Radio. So let me go back into this article that was written by Liam McKeon from SI.com. And it was basically saying that the Bears didn't earn the victory yesterday. I think that's a good summarization of what he was saying in that article that I was reading from. And tough Smurf, man. You could spin it however the hell you want to spin it. This way, you could sleep right at night. And this way, you feel a little bit better booking your now off-season vacation travel plans. Hey, I don't know. But long and short of it is, you have And I really hate this nickname for him. Iceman. Caleb Williams. You've got Colston Loveland, DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai, Cole Kmet. The Bears' offensive line all doing their damn thing. And why the Chicago Bears were able to turn around that victory on Saturday. Excuse me. It is as simple as that. And yeah, that stuff where you were playing inadequate defense in the fourth quarter. 25 points, buddy. 25 points. The Bears scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. Dare I say, and I know this has been a hot button topic, and I'm not even sure why it's a hot button topic, but Caleb Williams is the Bears franchise quarterback right now. Still got 2 more years before they decide whether or not that they are going to re-sign him to that humongous, I have no idea. It's going to be 3 years from now, so we'll just say $500 million contract. I have absolutely no idea where the NFL salary cap and or floor is going to be at that particular moment in time. But dude is going to get paid if he's getting paid already. But we're talking astronomically paid. And dude was getting paid in college. That last year before he came out of college, he made $10 million. And all we heard about him was his nails, how he paints them, or how he's got the fanny packs or the luxury purses or whatever the hell it was. Whatever, man. He keeps on doing stuff like that. I will be more than happy to paint my nails whatever color and get the gaudy jewelry that he's wearing in his ears. You see some of that stuff on Saturday's game? I actually thought it was kind of cool. It looked like he had an emerald or something in there with like nice platinum gold or whatever it is. And you know that stuff wasn't fake. Ain't no way in hell that was fake. But, I mean, dude is the dude. Dude's the man. I'm sorry. But, you know what might be an interesting thing? And I'm going to just float this gently out there right now. There seems to be a market for quarterbacks out there in the great beyond that is the NFL. And with all of the, because I mean, let's be realistic. Let's be honest. Let's be real about this. Not all of the quarterbacks in the NFL are good. I know, right? I am breaking news here on Big Top Sports, WRMN 1410 AM. Yours truly, Derrick Geyer. But there's a lot of ass quarterbacks out there as well. And one of the ideas that I have, and maybe I should save this for another show, but I kind of want to get this out there. I want to get this particular thought off. And I don't think that it's going to be a very popular one based on the quarterback talk that I've heard with a couple of certain quarterbacks and where they may or may not be headed in the offseason. But if it's going to mean that the Chicago Bears get better and in the offseason, and I know I am putting the cart way before the cart here. I'm sorry, horse. I'm putting the cart before the cart here. No, Dumas, the saying goes, I am putting the cart way before the horse. And with that being said, you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here in WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Don't forget, at the bottom of next half hour, at the 5:30 hour, I will be joined by none other than the Mac Man, Marcus Mack. He's got his truth or thoughts on the Chicago Bears and everything else, the truth about Chicago sports. Not only that, I will let him talk to you guys about his new endeavor that he's got going on. So I will be back on the other side in a few.
Real estate, be it residential or commercial, is often a person's most significant and priciest asset. Entering into a contract to buy or sell a real estate property is much more than just filling in the missing blanks on the printed contract. It's wise to hire a lawyer to prepare or review the offer to purchase real estate and take full advantage of his legal expertise. With Mark Sheblo, you will gain an attorney with over 26 years of legal practice and one who has helped thousands of clients to buy or sell their homes or investment property. We will safeguard your interests and might be able to even negotiate a better bargain than a client without proper legal counsel ever could. Oftentimes, a prospective buyer will submit an offer without first consulting an attorney, not realizing that once the offer is accepted by the seller, it becomes a binding contract, and the terms of that contract are not easy to be changed afterwards. Likewise, as a seller, you too will benefit from first consulting an attorney before signing. Feel free to call us for consultation at the law offices of Mark Sheblo at 773-775-5050. Our website is sheblolawoffice.com. Mark Sheblo can be reached 6 days a week at 773-775-5050.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And I know I said I was going to talk about the quarterbacks, but I think I am going to pivot a little bit because great googly moogly. I mean, after this wild card weekend, there are even more coaches out there on the market, with the most recent one being Mike Tomlin stepping down as the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. Kevin Patullo is out as the Eagles OC. And my, oh my, with the leg, with the lay, no, not the leg, or the lay, with the egg that one Matt LaFleur laid with the Green Bay Woodpeckers, the Green Bay Fudge Packers, the Green Bay Cheese Turds on Saturday. Well, he might be gone as well. But, I mean, you got also, Mike McDaniel is out there in Miami. And it sure as hell looks like the Green Bay Packers vice president of personnel the vice president of Green Bay Packer, or I'm sorry, yes, the vice president of player personnel, John Eric Sullivan, may or may not want to move on because he was hired and someone might get fired. But, you know, you're also talking about John Harbaugh. You're talking about Greg Roman, who was the offensive coordinator with the Los Angeles Chargers. Well, I don't think that anyone will hire Matt Eberflus, Eberlose. But, I mean, it is the NFL, and they, the powers that be, often think that they are smarter than the average boo-boo, or fan in this case. Then you're also talking about the Washington Commanders moving on from defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. and offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury as well. So there are so many different options here. There are so many different areas and teams that need some different personnel, if you will. Sorry, the squirrel was spinning in my head, but you know the wheel was not moving. And with the teams like and the quarterback needs of certain teams, like, well, sorry to say it, the New York Jets. I was really hoping that that other quarterback that used to be here in the land of Chicagoland, that really got screwed over by the Chicago Bears and the coaching staffs and the regimes and everything. And now I am taking an absolute smurf and not getting it. Hold on a second. Let me look it up. Jets, QB, Justin Fields. Justin Fields. So they're looking for new quarterbacks in New York, Arizona Cardinals, the Las Vegas Raiders, maybe Miami, probably Cleveland. Depending on what happens in the offseason and his ayahuasca journey of life and his merriment of I don't know what. A. Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, depending on like what he decides to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then you're also talking about the New Orleans Saints. I'm pretty sure that the Carolina Panthers are okay. Pretty sure that the Atlanta Falcons are okay as well. But yeah, I haven't the slightest idea because, well, I am not an NFL pundit. I am not covering these teams. But I mean, from the outside and being out of town stupid, STOOPID, I kind of gather that these are some of the teams that actually need help. And God help whoever goes down to be the coach of the Cleveland Browns. And maybe I doubt it'll be John Harbaugh because, geez, who wants a piece of that dumpster fire in all the QB carousel and all of the Jesus. I can't even fathom it. It just broke my brain thinking about it right there. But I mean, you're talking because these players are going to be moving on. I mean, the likes of Kyler Murray moving on from the Arizona Cardinals, Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson, Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart. What else? Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold, Jameis Winston. I know I'm saying this over, but I'm reading it over. Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel. Those are most likely the QBs that are going to be on the move. Whether or not these teams are going to want to guarantee and back up the Brinks truck for them, to them. And with the prices for premier quarterbacks, great. Now I hope I don't have the hiccups. Excuse me. I don't know because I could kind of see maybe with the resurgence of Sam Darnold and the way that his season turned around or was with the Seattle Seahawks, that might be a stretch for him getting, that Brinks truck. But at the same time, is $25 million to $30 million out of the realm of possibility? No. Is $25 to $30 million out of the realm of possibility for Jackson Dart too? No. I mean, that's on the lower end of the quarterback spectrum as far as getting paid. On the higher end, you're talking anywhere from 50 to 60 to $70 million. But you're also talking about putting your team in money hell, contract status hell. I mean, just look at what that whole deal is down there in Cleveland or over there in Cleveland. Dude's got 100% guaranteed, and he hasn't played a snap in I don't know how long, but they guaranteed him everything. And you're still talking being at the mercy of the Deshaun Watson thing. I don't know. But when I return from this top of the hour break, I will get into what I was teasing earlier with the Chicago Bears and potentially making something happen in the offseason. And yes, I know the season's still going on, but it's something worth discussing here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 5 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Federal child care and welfare funding for Illinois and 4 other states has been unfrozen after a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order. The ruling blocks the Trump administration's move to freeze $10 billion in funding following alleged fraud involving child care providers in Minnesota. A new report ranks Illinois among the worst states to retire in 2026, placing it 9th from the bottom. The Care Scout study compared affordability, quality of life, and health care. Wyoming ranked best overall, while New Jersey finished last. Illinois is suing the Trump administration over immigration enforcement tactics, calling them unlawful and dangerous. Attorney General Kwame Raoul says federal actions resemble a war zone and have no place near schools, courts, or neighborhoods. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare? Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-330-6363. That's 800-330-6363. 800-330-6363.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Federal child care and welfare funding for Illinois and 4 other states has been unfrozen after a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order. The ruling blocks the Trump administration's move to freeze $10 billion in funding following alleged fraud involving child care providers in Minnesota. A new report ranks Illinois among the worst states to retire in 2026, placing it 9th from the bottom. The Care Scout study compared affordability, quality of life, and health care. Wyoming ranked best overall, while New Jersey finished last. Illinois is suing the Trump administration over immigration enforcement tactics, calling them unlawful and dangerous. Attorney General Kwame Raoul says federal actions resemble a war zone and have no place near schools, courts, or neighborhoods. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare? Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-330-6363. That's 800-330-6363. 800-330-6363.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. This afternoon, sunny with a high near 50, temperatures falling to around 45, gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour. Tonight, a slight chance of rain between midnight and 3 a.m., then a slight chance of snow. Mostly cloudy with a low around 25. Currently, it is 45 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary. With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
Welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And if you want to be a part of this conversation or any conversation here on WRMN when any of our shows are going on, please feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You could always see us on the tube of yous. That's youtube.com at WRMN Radio, youtube.com at WRMN Radio. And normally at this moment in time, I would be mentioning that there is the WRMN morning show, Susie C. question of the day. But as I mentioned in the previous half hour, George Rawlinson, also known as Genius George, unfortunately passed away. And the WRMN morning show with Susie C. and Elliot, the L Train Serrano, will be talking about Genius George during their show tomorrow, and remembering him and what he has meant to both Susie and Elliot. And with that being said, time to pay off a little tease that I had. And what might that be? Well, I kind of have a harebrained idea. And it's involving the Chicago Bears and a specific popular or maybe unpopular quarterback. Oh, no, 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 no. I am not talking about Caleb Williams. I am talking about one Tyson Bagent. The Bagency. The dude. The Division III free agent rookie signing that he also signed a 2-year contract extension back on or in August of 2025. The 2-year, $10 million contract extension. Now, before the top of the hour, I was talking about how even an inadequate or the bottom rung tier quarterback might be paid, whether it be Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, Tua Tagovailoa, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel, all of which may or may not be on the move this offseason because of their inadequate play, their contracts are coming up, or just the teams want to get rid of them because they're not happy with their play, or they have like the first round pick in the NFL draft, or they got a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, and there's going to be a quarterback that they're going to be drafting. So why? Oh, getting some flash or clap back here. Yes. Okay. On the YouTube. Yes. It's the really, really screwball sports. I appreciate that. And leave Tyson alone, man. See, I knew it would get some dander up here. But since we've already got our franchise quarterback in Caleb Williams, and I know some of y'all out there aren't impressed with him, that you are not willing to say that he is the franchise quarterback of the Chicago Bears. But, I mean, come on, man. Look at what he has done the past 2 seasons. Well, really, this past season. He broke Eric Kramer's all-time, which wasn't really that much of a stretch, really, all-time passing yardage record for the Chicago Bears. He's done something that no one in NFL history has done, Caleb Williams has, in throwing or attempting 1,000 passing attempts and only throwing 12 interceptions. Okay. Then let's not forget his 7 come 11. Gonna be fine. Look that girl in the eye, and maybe she was I don't know. I don't know how that song goes. I'm sorry. Kind of got that, squirrel. But 7 comeback victories this year. Who orchestrated them? Oh, yeah. Caleb Williams did. 34 games, or at least 7. I got to look that one up just to be sure. How many games in a row has Caleb Williams started? And the 30 and Caleb Williams has started in 30 consecutive games for the Chicago Bears. That means he is good to go. And that was even with his offensive line of last year. And I'm not talking 2025, 2026. I'm talking 2024, 2025, getting his ass handed to him with 68 sacks. He's reliable. He's durable. He's capable. And he is growing. So, with that being said, with the cost certainty of Tyson Bagent's $10 million contract and his seemingly capable ways as a quarterback, albeit in the preseason and fans clamoring for him to play, maybe, just maybe, there is a way for the Chicago Bears to bring in that ultimate game changer, that ultimate ass kicker, the ultimate game wrecker, and then go to the Detroit Lions, go to the Minnesota Vikings, go to the Green Bay Woodpeckers, the Green Bay Fudge Packers, the Green Bay Cheese Turds, and be like, yeah, we got something for you now. Maybe it's going to the desert. Maybe it's going to Sin City. Maybe it's getting that Max Crosby, because from my 30,000 foot view, it doesn't look like him and the Raiders are all that content on going forward. And let me spit this out for you. Max Crosby in a trade for Tyson Bagent and DJ Moore, and maybe a third or fourth round pick. Now, all of a sudden, oh my great googly moogly, why did the Dallas Cowboys trade Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Woodpeckers? That's the kind of trade. That's the kind of impact. That is the kind of smurf that would send shivers down the NFC conference and especially the NFC North division. Now, there's also potential for another trade partner. And this depends on whether or not that Pittsburgh and Aaron Rodgers and his ayahuasca offseason journey is going to continue, and whether or not he feels like he's going to come back or go back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because, well, if he does not go back to the Steelers, maybe there could be a trade for a certain Watt brother out there. Man, would he look good in the navy blue and orange. Same thing, same deal. Tyson Bagent, DJ Moore, draft pick. Why not? Or a third possibility here. Wouldn't Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns look pretty damn good in the navy blue and orange? I'm not exactly sure what the compensation package for that one would be. I would hate to do that to DJ Moore. But at the same time, when you have the single season sack holder of Myles Garrett on your team on the other side of Swift, why not? Now, all of a sudden, you don't have to worry about upgrading the defensive line. You don't have to worry about solidifying that. And now, all of a sudden, you've got that defensive line that is getting together, looking and hunting and going for dinner. And let's be real. I have absolutely no idea where DJ Moore's future is. But as a trade piece, to get one of those 3 game wreckers on the Bears defensive line that sorely needed sack production, pressure production, hurry up production, I think it's an avenue worth looking into, personally. But alas, I'm just the host of Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. Yours truly, Derrick Geyer, and I will be back on the other side of this break.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcast. Be a part of the action as thousands of diehard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And I'm going to switch it up a little bit because as soon as the Alex Bregman 5-year, $175 million free agent contract came across the wires and the Bleacher Report and all of that fun Smurf stuff, I kind of had an inkling, and I've been talking about this over the last couple weeks or so, of like why this kind of scared me. And here I have it. Jeff Passan, or Jeff Passan, I think, on X has reported as earlier as this morning, 10:17 a.m., January 13th, 2026, on X or Twitter or whatever the hell you want to call it these days. The San Francisco Giants are aggressively pursuing a second baseman and have been engaged with Chicago on Nico Horner, and St. Louis sucks Cardinals on Brendan Donovan. Sources tell ESPN. An infield of Matt Chapman, Willie Adames, Donovan or Horner, and Rafael Devers would be among MLB's best. Oh, my great googly moogly. See, and I could juxtapose that by saying that Alex Bregman at third base, Dansby Swanson at shortstop, Nico Horner at second, and Michael Busch at first base would be also considered one of the best infields of all of Major League Baseball. I don't, aside from the fact that, okay, I understand the Cubs have Matt Shaw, who played a very good third base last year. His hitting was a little smurfy. I mean, he did figure it out after he went down, or he got sent back down to the minors and came back up and he was raking, but then did really nothing in, the tail end of the season, last season, and the playoffs. But the thing of the matter is, you have a Gold Glove caliber leader. Well, you've got a leader in the clubhouse. You've got Gold Glove caliber play at second base. He was the best. He had the best batting average on the team for the Chicago Cubs, batting somewhere in the neighborhood of 296 or 297, which in this day and age, when the batting averages ranged, or the median batting average was 240 to 250 this year, 40 to 50 points higher, Nico Horner's average was, than the median average of the rest of Major League Baseball. Oh, yeah, and he was also a 6+ freaking WAR. Nico Horner was. 6+ WAR, wins above replacement. Oh, and then let's not forget that he had hit in somewhere the neighborhood of 350-ish with runners on base. And he was the most consistent Cub at the dish last season. What are we doing? What in the wide world of sports are we doing on the north side here? If this is the window for the Chicago Cubs to advance deep into the playoffs, and dare I say, try to knock the LA Dodgers out, or the Philadelphia Phillies out of the playoffs, how does trading Nico Horner help your GD team? I don't understand, because make no mistake about it, whatever it is, and I understand that the Nico Horner is on his last year as a Chicago Cub, as far as contracts go, that team-friendly deal that the Chicago Cubs have with, Nico Horner, or not team-friendly because he's been with the org for as long as he has. But you're talking about trading the spoke, or the cog in the wheel, the spoke in the proverbial wheel, if you will, that makes everything go. Unless you get like a number one pitcher, and I mean like ace, top of the level, top starting rotational piece, or you already get like, I don't see how it would be major league caliber players in return. Or at least wait until the trade deadline to see where the Chicago Cubs are at and how Nico Horner is performing. But even still, this has been a guy that's been on the upswing his entire career, according to the back of his baseball card. I don't understand. Marcus Mack coming up, bottom of the hour. You're listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Illinois is suing the Trump administration over immigration enforcement tactics, calling them unlawful and dangerous. Attorney General Kwame Raoul says federal actions resemble a war zone and have no place near schools, courts, or neighborhoods. Federal child care and welfare funding for Illinois and 4 other states has been unfrozen after a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order. The ruling blocks the Trump administration's move to freeze $10 billion in funding following alleged fraud involving child care providers in Minnesota. A new report ranks Illinois among the worst states to retire in 2026, placing it 9th from the bottom. The Care Scout study compared affordability, quality of life, and health care. Wyoming ranked best overall, while New Jersey finished last. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is nice because you can just keep doing you. So keep on using that broken phone charger because it occasionally works. Keep quoting something you heard on a podcast as your own. Keep ignoring your sister's texts while you drive and after. And when baggage claim says, have a great trip, keep on saying, you too. And keep driving safely. And you could save with Snapshot from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription for 65% off. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Tonight, a slight chance of rain between midnight and 3 a.m., then a slight chance of snow, mostly cloudy with a low around 25. Looking ahead to tomorrow, a chance of snow before 9 a.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 26. Currently, it is 43 degrees with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome in to the final half hour of Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And joining me, hopefully, on the phone line, it is none other than Marcus Mack from The Truth About Chicago Sports. Hello.
What's going on, brother? I love the intro. You always bring the sauce.
Well, thank you. I'm just glad it was actually you on the line because I didn't pick up before I got back in the seat before the break was over.
Hey. Exactly. Sometimes you got to take chances.
Well, I took a chance. I rolled the dice, and yeah. So, hey, Marcus, been a little bit. What you want to talk about?
Man, wow. What's not to talk about? There's been so much going on, but we'll just keep it on the local side and the fact that we got a big game coming up against the LA Rams.
Yes, in fact we do, which you could listen to here on these very airwaves, WRMN 1410 AM. Chicago Bears taking on the Los Angeles Rams this weekend. So tune in for the pregame, stay for the game, and then get your, hopefully get your Bears victory thoughts on afterwards with the postgame.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, like, this team has impressed. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I didn't get a chance to join yesterday. Obviously, you know, I was doing national sports media show. Oh, well,
since you are bringing that up, I figured I'd let you, give yourself the publicity here and everything. So why don't you tell the listening audience what you are doing now on Mondays?
Yeah, every Monday now, 5 to 7 Central Time, p.m., I am joined up with, my co-host from the Truth About Chicago Sports, Mr. Kyle Long, and we're doing a now national sports radio 2-hour segment every Monday on Prime Coverage Sports Network podcast, and it's pretty cool. We first launch, we were the first first show, Unfiltered Sports is what it's called, and we launched yesterday, and it was, really awesome to sit and kind of, spread the wings. I obviously love talking about my local sports teams, but, I also have a lot of in-depth knowledge on sports in general, so it's cool to kind of spread my legs a little bit doing that. But still going to be doing the Truth About Chicago Sports every Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on WRMN 1410. But, this is just a little something else in the cap.
Well, congratulations on that opportunity, you and Kyle. I mean, you guys kill it every Saturday morning here on WRMN. So there's no reason to think that you won't kill it doing that. But everyone out there, tune in to my show, Big Top Sports, from 4 to 6, and then catch the podcast with Marcus afterwards. Just saying.
Yes, sir. Right on. Just go to Prime. Just saying. Because all you got to do is just go to Prime Coverage Sports Network on YouTube and check us out. You can get the replay, but don't miss Big Tops first. And here on WRMN 1410, home of the Bears and the Sox.
The White Sox.
Derrick, White Sox. Yes, we don't want to.
Hey, gotta, because I mean, the nasty Red Sox over in Boston. Yeah. I mean, so
yeah, what is your feelings on the Bregman?
On the Bregman?
On the Bregman signing. What's your feelings on that?
Oh, okay. I didn't expect them to do it. I am happy that they got the quality player that they did. But with that being said, I talked about this before the break, where it really, it's making me nervous because now all of a sudden you got the San Francisco Giants sniffing around the Cubs, and where they might be in talk for a possible trade with Nico Hoerner. And I just don't see how the Cubs could potentially make a trade unless it's a whopper of a trade. Because you're talking about potentially moving Matt Shaw from third base to second base. And I get it. That's a position that he previously played. But after the season that Nico Hoerner had, where he batted .297, he was a 6+ WAR player. He was leading the team with batting average with runners in scoring position, and he was a clubhouse leader down the stretch, through the stretch, into the playoffs.
All valid points.
And with that being said, I just don't understand why you would take one of the best defensive infields in baseball right now and trade away a Gold Glover.
You already answered your own question. If the trade is just a whopper, why not? You've put yourself in a position now with signing Bregman where you have options, and with the fact that Nico is on basically 1 year left on the deal, he's going to have all the power when the season ends to decide if he wants to stay with the Cubs or go. If the Cubs can get value for him and they've already got the position filled, I don't see an issue with that. Like I said, it's going to come down to, is it worth it? And if it's worth it, why not? Let me ask you this, Derek. Are the Cubs a better team now than they were when the season ended?
Oh, well, that kind of remains to be seen. I'm a little.
Well, I mean, no, I'm just.
From a talent, that kind of remains to be seen because the Cubs have one of the best bullpens. I am not sold on the moves that they did as far as that goes. Hey, Cabrera, great, traded. I wasn't necessarily thinking that they would give Owen Casey away. Well, I mean, they didn't get him. They got a starting pitcher. But, I kind of thought that he would be slated for right field. Okay. But even still, you're talking a known commodity in Nico Hoerner as opposed to Matt Shaw. Now,
no, exactly.
I mean, and this is the reason why the Chicago Cubs went out there and made the offer that they did to Alex Bregman, because they wanted a known commodity to replace Matt Shaw at third base and potentially move Nico Hoerner. But with that being said, at the same time, I don't, unless Nico, see, it's moving into the land of the unknown, because you don't know how Matt Shaw is going to be. Nico Hoerner, over the course of the last few seasons, Nico Hoerner has been improving as an offensive player. Now, granted, he's not the big thumper and everything that potentially Matt Shaw might be. But then again, 297, 350 or so with runners in scoring position. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And then you're also talking about Nico Hoerner, potentially batting 1 or 2 at the top of the lineup, setting the table for the likes of, Bregman, and the rest. Michael Bush.
No. Well, look, like you said, everything that you just laid out is exactly why the only way you make this trade is if San Francisco offers you a deal that's too good to say no to. And that's great management right there. If you can go out and you can get tremendous value for one player and that value makes your team better, there's nothing wrong with that. Nico is proven. And so if they don't get something proper, that's exactly why they'll say no, thank you, and they'll be more than happy to keep Nico Hoerner on the team and in the lineup. But if someone comes along and is really going to say, hey, we need this guy on our team, and you know what, we're just going to let you We're going to let you get us. We're going to let you fleece us. What's the old proverbial term? Bend them over the barrel. If they're going to allow that to happen, then I think that it's the Cubs' due diligence to take advantage of that. Why not? It makes your team better. The only way you don't do it is if it hurts your team. And you said, yeah, of course, Max Shaw is the unknown with his bat, but he's not the unknown with his glove. The guy's got a glove, and that's a big part. Fielding is a big part of baseball. Cubs have that in their rotation. They have guys that can hit. So if you get a whopper of a trade, I don't see how the Cubs could say no.
Yeah, well, that remains to be seen because, and this is the other thing that really scares me with Jed Hoyer. And I've talked about this with various guests, Blake Cowell or Matt Cozy from Locked On Cubs, where it's where Jed Hoyer and the upper management of the Chicago Cubs seem to go back, well, it's what's on the back of the players' baseball cards. This is why we are not doing this or that or the other. Mm-hmm. And right now, Matt Shaw just hasn't shown me that. Now, I understand you said that he's got a good glove. Yes, he does have a good glove. He's got a good glove. He's got a good glove. Maybe he should have gotten a little bit more, third base Gold Glove votes there. But I digress on that part. Right now, Nico Hoerner is the entire package. He's a four-player tool with the exception of the pop. But the Cubs don't need that pop. They need people to get on base to score runs, and you got the pop in back of them. Now, if Seiya Suzuki and PCA and Ian Happ and Michael Busch are all going to have, the 20 to 30 home runs that they did and drive in the 100 runs that they did, you need someone to set the table for that. And that's Nico Hoerner at the top of the lineup. That's my opinion on it, but whatever. No, yeah, I agree. Like I said, me in the same boat as that. I see no reason to let him go and to move on with him. And I think that the Cubs are playing it the right way. Hey, we'll listen. Like I said, if it's something that we just absolutely cannot say no to, and I respect that because you should, as an organization, you should be willing to listen. That doesn't mean you're going to do the deal. That just means that you're listening to what's going on. And if the deal isn't proper, you are in a position where you can say no, thank you, and you can move on. And if the deal is proper, the Cubs are in a position where they can better themselves. The position, if what is being offered on the table is, like I said, makes your team stronger, gives you more flexibility and more options, then you jump all over it. And until that comes out, like I said, I wouldn't worry about it because I think the Cubs are more than happy with having Nico Hoerner on their team. Yeah, this is true. Well, did you want to get into some football talk? Well, you know what? We do have to talk. We do have to talk about this matchup. Like I said, Rams, Bears. I know you talked about Green Bay, that thrilling victory already, and yes, I'm right there with every last Bear fan on the planet. Well, let me more than elated. Okay, let me get your thoughts on this because I've been all about the petty so far this week. Okay. Have you checked out the TikToks or the Facebooks or the Instagrams and everything with the crashing out of all of the Green Bay Packers fans? Yeah, it's been great. I've absolutely reveled in it, and I love the people that even the national pundits that's come out about the handshake and the locker room reaction. Where the coach comes and says, blank Green Bay, and I'm gonna tell you something. If you're not a Chicago fan, I guess I get it. It's kind of like when Michael Jordan was beating people down. You were upset if you weren't in Chicago, but let me tell you something. We love it. It's perfect. It's exactly what we need. Derrick, we've been through so much. We've been through. Me and you remember the Jay Cutler game when he's on the bike, watching Green Bay easily grab a victory over a team that I still feel to this day was better. But our starting quarterback was riding on a bike.
You know what our starting quarterback was doing this game? He was on 4th and 7 throwing probably one of the greatest passes, and definitely greatest pass in Bears history on that 4th and 7 pass to Roma Doomsday. That was just sick.
So what I'm hearing, or maybe I'm inferring, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth here, Marcus. Oh, by the way, you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. My guest here is Marcus Mack from The Truth About Chicago Sports. You could hear his show every Saturday morning from 8 until 9. Okay, so with business being out of the way, is Caleb Williams the Bears franchise quarterback?
Definitively, without a doubt, yes. Not only is he the franchise quarterback, he's in his second year. He's already setting records. Mm-hmm. The dude is on pace to clearly, hands down, he's going to be the Bears' greatest quarterback they've ever had. He's on that trajectory. You know, we got to knock on wood. Obviously, you know, attrition is a part of this game, which is health, in layman's term. But yeah, this team is exciting. And you know what, his legacy, it grows some more. This game against the Rams, this is where you come in, you're the underdog even though you're at home. Everybody expects the Rams to defeat the Bears. But the Bears have a few things in their favor. One, it's going to be cold, real cold on Sunday. That's in the Bears' favor. Two, the Bears' never say die attitude is made for playoff football. That's what playoff football comes down to. Who wants it more? It really does in a lot of ways. It's like, who wants it more? And they're made for that. And so I think we're going to see something exciting. I wish I could say that the Bears were going to win. You know, I would love to just be
positive,
drinking the Kool-Aid so much that I'm unrealistic. Mm-hmm. Do I think the Bears have a chance to win? Yes, without a doubt, unequivocally, the Bears have a chance to win. I'm not putting no predictions out there. I haven't done that for any playoff games. I'm not putting no scores out there because you know what? I just want the Bears to win. I just want them to win. So if you're asking me, can the Bears win? Are the Bears going to win? I'm saying yes, and I don't have a reason. I have none. I'm just because I just want it. Because I just want the Bears to win. There's no rhyme or reason that they should beat LA. LA has got the more seasoned quarterback. They've got the more seasoned coach. They've got the better defense. And I'm just saying the Bears going to win because I want them to. And that's my truth.
And if not now, then when? Because nothing is guaranteed in the NFL because this has been such an absolutely crazy season.
Yep.
No one thought that the Bears would be here. No one thought that the Bears would be 11-7. I mean, I did. But, you know, truth be told, I mean, I was a little wishy-washy on that when I was predicting it. And, oh, yeah, let's harken back to the the WRMN NFL Draft Night show that we did, where we were both wondering about Colston Loveland, where, hello, Mr. Loveland has announced his presence with authority after last game.
Man, look, this dude, wow. I mean, I will be the first one to stand up and tell you that when the Bears drafted him, I was like, why are you drafting a tight end? Because they already had Cole Kmet. People got to understand this about Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet,
he was good.
Excellent. He's a very good tight end.
Yeah.
A lot of teams would gladly take. He's a starter on any team in the NFL except teams that got guys like George Kittle on their team. Otherwise, he's coming in and more than likely he's challenging for the starting job. The guy can play, he can block. He's a smart, heady football player. But Colston Loveland is an athlete. And that you can't coach, you can't teach. That is just rare skill. His size, his speed, his catch radius. He's a matchup nightmare. And you know what? It's exactly what Caleb Williams needed. And so, yeah, at the time I wanted, this bona fide left tackle or an edge rusher. but I understand now why Colston was drafted. One, he was the best player available when they were making that pick, because you got to remember, multiple offensive tackles that went off the board before he was drafted. And two, he fit perfectly into Ben Johnson's offense.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, because now when the Chicago Bears line up in 13 personnel with those 3 tight ends, Smythe...
12.
13. Smythe in there included. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
So you got, Loveland on one end, Kmet on the other, and then most likely Smythe is going to be the fullback or tailback in there. But when they run out of that, and they run out of that, maybe not so much this last Green Bay game or whatever that they played on Saturday, but I mean, you're talking about running the ball down the throat of whomever, well, typically speaking, or usually, but I mean, yes, and then even in 12 personnel. One thing, and I know that the Bears season isn't over with, and maybe I've got this hot take that I want to run by you. If so let's just say the offseason comes and goes, or I'm sorry, the playoff season comes and goes. It doesn't matter what the results were. It doesn't matter like the next game. Tyson Bagent gets traded to either, let's say, Vegas, Cleveland, or Pittsburgh with DJ Moore, and you get one of their ass kickers in return, whether it be Myles Garrett from Cleveland, Max Crosby, or Watts from Pittsburgh. Do you pull the trigger on that trade?
Yes. Well, and here's the thing, and like you said, we're still many steps away from any scenarios like this. But I mean, it is something that's crossed my mind. It's a reality and the reason why it crossed my mind, I heard someone make a statement about Malik Willis going to Pittsburgh, because Malik Willis, the way he's played and shown himself coming off the bench in Green Bay.
Sure.
And it just made me think to myself that the Bears have been sitting on a little diamond in the rough as themselves. I do believe that Tyson Bagent isn't as good as Caleb, and that's the reason why he's backing Caleb up. But I make no mistake about it. From everything that I've seen from Tyson Bagent, from his preparation to his skill set, I definitely believe that Tyson Bagent could start on someone's team. And so I wouldn't be surprised in this offseason if someone made a play for Tyson Bagent, if someone offered the Bears a trade for Tyson Bagent to be their starting quarterback. Don't think that that's out of the wheelhouse at all. And here's the funny part about it. One of the main reasons why, you got to remember, the Bears re-signed him. He's under contract.
Yep.
So he's controlled.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, 2 years, $10 million. I mean, what kind of quarterback are you going to get for under that's going to be starting for a potential team?
Yep.
What do you got going on this weekend, Marcus, as far as what's going on in Truth About Chicago Sports?
Man, we're going to be talking about, obviously, the preview for Bears and Rams. That's going to be huge. We'll be also talking some NBA, seeing what's happening with those Chicago Bulls. And then we're going to wrap it on up with a little bowl, some Blackhawks, and more than likely go over the Cubs as well. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to in the Truth About Chicago Sports every Saturday.
Well, thank you for joining me, Marcus. I appreciate it. As always, you guys have been listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Have a great rest of your evening.
For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0000 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410 Elgin time.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Illinois is suing the Trump administration over immigration enforcement tactics, calling them